game of basketball was created in December of 1891 by YMCA gym teacher James Naismith in Springfield, Massachusetts. To create the game, he used a peach basket, a 10-foot pole, and a soccer ball. In 1891, the first ever basketball game was played between Naismith's students. It took quite a while, but a point was eventually scored, and basketball's first ever game concluded with an epic final score of 1-0. James Naismith would adjust the rules of the game over the next 20 years, and the game would continue to evolve. In 1892, dribbling became a legal move. In 1893, the first ever women's collegiate basketball game was played. In 1895, the popularity of basketball spread, and basketball became an established sport that was played through numerous high schools and college universities. By 1901, basketball collegiate competition was taking place all around the United States. As the years went on, Naismith added a backboard and created a leather basketball. In 1906, an iron ring with a woven net was used and replaced peach baskets. In the 1920s, small basketball leagues were forming around the country. Among these groups that formed were the Harlem Globetrotters, whose flashy and entertaining style helped spread basketball's popularity. In 1936, basketball officially became an Olympic sport, with the gold medal game played outside in rainy conditions. In 1937, professional basketball established the NBL, meaning the National Basketball League, which became the first official pro basketball league. In 1939, NCAA basketball held their first official championship tournament. In 1946, competition arose for the NBL. The BAA, which means the Basketball Association of America, was established by Walter Brown. The NBL's popularity was slightly greater than the new BAA, but the BAA was quickly on the rise while hosting major basketball games in the Boston Garden and Madison Square Garden. From 1946 to 1949, the two leagues competed intensely to be the top basketball league in America. That was until August of 1949. Leaders of the NBL and the BAA met at the Empire State Building, and the two groups agreed to a merger of both leagues, which became the National Basketball Association, or of course as we know it, the NBA. George Mikan was just beginning his basketball career in the mid-1940s and became the first NBA star in a league that would become all about stars. In 1954, the 24-second shot clock was introduced to the NBA to expedite the game's tempo. In 1956, Bill Russell was drafted by the Boston Celtics, which was the beginning of the NBA's greatest dynasty in history. On March 2, 1962, Wilt Chamberlain had the greatest scoring performance in NBA history, individually scoring 100 points in a single game. In 1970, Oscar Robertson, a legendary NBA player and former president of the NBA Players Association, filed an antitrust lawsuit against the NBA. The suit was settled in 1976, which resulted in the creation of NBA free agency, which allowed player mobility by choice of the players. In 1976, the NBA and the ABA, which was the American Basketball Association, merged into one league. The NBA treated it as an expansion and absorbed 4 teams from the ABA, increasing the league from 18 to 22 teams. In the 1970s, the league's popularity had taken hits amidst on-court violence and alarming amounts of drug abuse throughout the association. In 1978, Larry Bird was drafted by the Boston Celtics, and in 1979, Magic Johnson was drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers. This sparked the greatest rivalry in NBA history, which led the NBA to record heights of popularity and viewership. And Magic and Bird are now commonly seen as the saviors of the NBA. In 1984, Michael Jordan was drafted by the Chicago Bulls. Michael would be the one to take the torch from Bird and Magic, and Jordan would carry the league to new heights throughout the 1990s. In 1992, the USA Olympic basketball team included NBA players for the first time in Olympic history. Led by Jordan, Magic, and Bird, the Dream Team dominated the Barcelona Summer Olympics, and the team is commonly credited for increasing the NBA's popularity onto a global scale. After Jordan's final retirement in 2003, players like Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Tim Duncan, Allen Iverson, and Steph Curry took the torch and have helped the NBA's brand grow into the league we know and love today.